Hello, beautiful, wonderful people. My name is Bonnie Northgraves, and this is another episode of Jazz Story Time. Today, I'm going to be talking about a tune from 1931, written by the one, the only Fats Waller. This is I'm Crazy About My Baby. So, let's jump into it. Piano cam. Alrighty, I'm going to be playing this in the key of F, and the cool thing about this song is it has a verse, which I'm going to play, and the verse starts on the relative minor. So the relative minor is the sixth degree of whatever the major scale that you're playing in, or major key that you're playing in is. So if you're playing an F, your relative minor would be D minor. So that's what key the verse is in, and then it changes to F major for the chorus. So let's jump into it. There is the tune, I'm Crazy About My Baby. So this was written in 1931 by Fats Waller, and the lyrics are by Alexander Hill. So 1931, Fats is really well known for his composing and also really well known for his piano playing, but at this time he was not an established vocalist. Fats wrote and recorded this song in 1931, and the same month that he recorded it, King Oliver recorded this as well. Now, King Oliver at this time had a career that was on a downward spiral, so his song really didn't go anywhere. Fats's version of it, on the other hand, whoosh, very, very popular, very, very popular. I believe this was recorded with Columbia, and on the other side was Dragging My Heart Around, I think is the other tune. So the reason Fats gets to sing on this song is credited to his publisher, Joe Davis. And Joe Davis had the bright idea that he would get Fats to sing on a Ted Lewis recording session. Now, if you've listened to much of Ted Lewis's recordings, you'll notice that it's very proper. It's very straight. It's good music. The musicians on it are great. But if you compare that to the recordings of Fats Waller, where he's lively and animated and bouncing around and all over the place, you would think that it's a bit of a strange combination, and it was. Those recordings didn't really go anywhere, and they weren't very popular or successful. However, that was not the reason they did them. Joe Davis decided to do this because it would get the executives at Columbia to hear Fats Waller singing. And once Fats Waller was heard singing, he sang on tons and tons of recordings after that. And I'm Crazy About My Baby was scheduled to be recorded later on that month, and he was invited to sing on it. So that's pretty cool. One other cool thing was that at that time, a lot of very famous and very popular pianists were hired by QRS to play for piano rolls. And if you don't know what piano roll is, you can look that up. But it's this big cylinder, and basically what would happen is that the musician would sit down and play the piano just like they would play the song. And what it would do is it would mark where the instrument had been played and what note, and then you would put that roll into a player piano and it would play the roll, and it would be exactly like the way that the artist played it. So these were quite popular because you could have Fats Waller playing in your living room without having Fats Waller play in your living room. So Fats Waller was hired to do a version of I'm Crazy About My Baby. They had a day-long session and they weren't able to finish a good clean take. And so they decided to book another session. They booked another session the next day, and Fats Waller did not show up. So Lawrence Cook had to actually finish off his role. So on the Fats Waller piano roll of I'm Crazy About My Baby, half of it is Fats Waller and half of it is Lawrence Cook. Fun fact. All right, so to wrap this up, I'm going to sing it out. All right, yeah, we're gonna stay in the key F. I'm walking on air since I left all my blue days behind. I've learned how to care. Yes, it's love, simply love, that's on my mind. I'm the world's most happy creature. Tell me what can worry me. I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby is crazy about me. Mr. Cupid was a teacher. He's the reason we agree. I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby's crazy about me. Parson, get your book out. Hold it steady in your hand. Keep a steady lookout, 'cause you can understand. It's a A1 combination. Tell me what can worry me. I'm crazy about my baby, and my baby's crazy about me. All right, there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Bonnie, and I will see you next time. Bye!